Well, good afternoon. I've got four viewers up there. All right. All right. Got four viewers up there. So nice y'all to join us. It seems that certain events have really heated up over the past few days, which frankly, I don't find really all that surprising, nor do I find them all that shocking. And of course, it all revolves back to the man himself, and I'm going to be referring to him as in a couple of different ways on this one. You can see in the title, let's talk about who Tommy Blaze really is. Well, quite frankly, that's not his name. Once again, he has chosen some made-up moniker to try and hide. And evidently that worked for a little while, I suppose. But when you go over here, I'm gonna have to share this so you guys can see what I'm talking to. And if you want to go look for it, I'll give you the link for it. And I get up here so you can add to the stage. There we go. Okay, this is over on the Once Bitten page. Once Bitten is what was Great White with Jack Russell. Jack Russell passed away, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. And now we have Tommy Blaze, who is going after these people, claiming all kinds of crap. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this link right down here in the chat so that anybody that wants to look at it can look at it. Because what Mr. Tommy Blaze hasn't figured out yet is I don't have to lie. This is right out of the horse's mouth. And I wish I could make this screen bigger for you, but I can't. And this is coming from, so this is signed by Commodore Dave Harden. And we'll get into what he's talking about after I get through all this. And I'll show you exactly what he's talking about. This was posted 15 hours ago. So basically, yesterday evening. Good evening, Once Bitten and Jack Russell's Shark family. I just have something to say. We do not support Jack Russell's Roadstars of Rock or Blaze or any of the bullshit he is saying about Robbie Lochner or anyone else he's mentioned. Everything that comes out of his lying ass mouth. This is the same bullshit he pulled when Jack found out who he really was. A liar, a con man, and a convicted felon. He ripped off fans for merch and VIPs, that's merchandise. These are facts. Once Jack fired him, he went on a smear campaign for months about Jack, and he said he had proof of this and that proof never surfaced. Big surprise there, huh, guys? He's been posting these bullshit hour-long videos claiming Robbie did this and that. And Robbie is a stand-up man, and he stood by Jack for 15 years. We here at this group and page all support Robbie as a person and as a friend. So in other words, fuck you, Blaze, and whoever you are involved with. Since we lost Jack back on August 15, 2004, August 7, 2024, a lot of interesting things have come to light. 8 days, what the fuck, and other things. I say this again, I will remain quiet because of my friendship and loyalty to Jack. Stop the fucking lies and stop posting those stupid fucking videos. Stop messing with our friends and spreading lies. Find another scam, and I say this from the heart. Fuck off, Blaze. With love from Jack Russell's Shark family. If there's anyone here from that page watching or spying here, feel free to share this, and then you can fuck off too. This needed to be said, and I am not in any way, I'm not sorry in any way, shape, or form. I stand on my honor and loyalty to Jack for over 19 years of friendship and the trust and the honor of his team, Commodore Dave Harden. And then when you go down and you look at the comments, you know, I'll let you guys do that. You guys go down and look through the comments because they tell you, you know, Mark may have pissed into the wrong swimming pool. And I said that right, Mark. I didn't say Tommy Blaze or Tommy. That's coming up here just real quick. But right now there are, let's see, 113 comments on that post. And I don't think Mark got 113 comments on any of his posts at the height of his fucking popularity. And this is 113 posts in 15 hours. So, but I'm going to swing over and we're going to switch gears up, and because I want to show you what exactly he's talking about. And again, if you have any comments or anything, hey, pop them into the thing over there. I'm going to stop that screen, and I am going to get another one up here. Where'd he go? Where the hell's it at? Why can't I see that? I don't know. That's not what I want to see. That's the StreamYard that I'm looking at right now. That's not what I want either. And I know you guys don't want to see my emails. Well, why can't I share that one? Well, in any case, I'll put the link to his page in the chat. And if you can, there it is. Now I can see it. Okay, here we go. And share this one. And I'm doing this so that you guys can see what I'm talking about now. There it goes. This is the page that he's talking about on the Once Bitten page. This is what he's discussing here. And again, I'm going to put the link to this page in here, just so nobody can claim, oh, he's making all that up. He's making all that up. Don't need to. You make an ass out of yourself all by yourself. Okay, so we start off with right here. He made this using AI, and it's not very good. Jack Russell's Road Stars of Rock. Oh, okay. The Blaze, Jack Russell's manager, host of Rocks TV, co-owner of JRGW Media. That's Jack Russell's Great White. Jack Russell's Road Stars of Rock Music News, the biggest and best rock bands in the world on our shows, hosted by Jack Russell and Blaze Entertainment. Well, it's going to be kind of hard to do since Jack's passed away for 2 years now. He's still trying to ride the coattails. And quite frankly, no one has ever seen any of these shows called Road Stars ever. Ever, ever, ever. I mean, he made a post on one of his pages about 32 years of Road Stars of Rock. Really? 32 years of nothing? Well, shit, in that case, you know, I got 68 years of living. But that doesn't mean I'm going to post about it. And down here, this is one of the, and I'll show you the YouTube page. It's kind of funny too. The Jack Russell Great White story, Robbie brings in stalkers. Oh, okay. And there's a comment in here from one of his only allies, who is named Bob Jones, lives down in Texas, and he's more concerned with where his next alcohol buzz is going to come from. And this is what he's talking about down here. Robbie Lochner caught committing fraud, tax evasion, tax fraud, money laundering, admitted theft, extortion, cyber gang stalking, and a few more issues we're going to release. And guess who he blamed it on? The lawyer caught him also, thinking he would get away with it if Blaze wasn't around to protect Jack. After Jack's passing, Heather went to an attorney. After speaking with attorneys, Heather Russell was given something that changed everything. It was well worth the $1,000 attorney's fees. I've spoken with that attorney. We will share all of it soon. Gee, this sounds so much like a number of years ago, after he got exposed for being a child diddler, kitty diddler, convicted kitty diddler, by the way. And he was coming at everybody and their brother that had anything to do with sharing that information. And I'll show that to you too, coming up here real quick. See, and I love this. He made a comment on here. Please stand by. Some things take time. We have filters on the page that Facebook controls for us, ma'am. No, you dumbass. You're deleting people and you're blocking their comments. You're taking them off your page because you disagree with them. Because you're a chicken shit. Here's another one. You should get Robbie Lochner, you should get a grip on your cyber stalking team. As they attacked Heather Russell again all through the night. Really? Where's your proof, jackass? I want to see the proof. You can never prove, you never show any proof of anything. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So let's get started on the fun stuff. And this will, we're going to stop that screen. And we're going to bring this one up first. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one first because I found out that he had been doing this, impersonating a veteran. He claimed to be a Marine Corps veteran. Yes, he did, folks. And the proof is in the pudding because this dumbass willingly took pictures. And they're all right here. Now keep in mind, he has no DD-214, no paperwork, nothing that he was in the military, had anything to do with the military. Although, with that said, he claims, and he'll tell you this story, that he went over to the Persian Gulf and was on board the Stennis aircraft carrier and did a performance while they were in a combat zone. That ain't going to happen, ever. Some little peon like Mark Connors is not going to get on an aircraft carrier to do any kind of performance in a combat zone. Where he did do his performance on the Stennis was at the harbor in San Diego. And he did post a video of that. But anyway, so he went traveling around back then, playing his little music. And here he's got his Marine Corps patch on his vest. And again, I'll post a link to this. And you guys can go look at the proof for yourself. There's the link for that, and I'll get back on the page. Because Mark's story is that this vest and all this stuff was given to him by the mother of someone who was killed there, and that he just started wearing it around. Oh, okay, really? Everything on there looks brand fucking new. Number one. Number two, when you come down here to this particular one on the page, let's see if it's going to load for me. There we go. Come down here to this particular one. And if you look at that ring on his finger, that is a Marine Corps service ring. Now, when you get out of the service, whether you've been in the Marine Corps for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10, 20, whatever, if you have done good service, your contingent, your battalion will present you with the Marine Corps service ring. But you know from Mark's actions over the past umpty-ump years, he doesn't have the kind of class that it takes to be a Marine Corps veteran. He's a piece of shit. There's a close-up of it right here. I made sure I got tied in on it because I broke these down. Here, what he's doing here is he is signing his CDs like anybody knows who the fuck he is. What do you got out there, Mark? One CD? And here he is getting on a horse with his vest on. And there's that goddamn spray-painted black dollar store cowboy hat. Must have been after he first bought it because it's still pretty shiny and black. He spray painted it not long ago to take a few pictures, but now it's back looking worn out again. Spray paint don't stay on straw for very long. And you keep coming, you can see the POW stuff on his back, the veteran, Semper Fi. And I made sure that I freaking put everything, pointed it out with an arrow. And that's him. Yep, there he is. Look, that's him without a beard, folks. That scraggly ass white fucking beard thing. I think he's doing that to try to impress his buddy down there in South Texas. Now I come over here to the juicy. This is Marky's conviction. And again, I'll put the link in there for you guys to look at. Here comes the link. Yes, oh, come over without a doubt. Yes. There's the link. And the thing about this is, and I'll get into this too, like somebody mentioned in the chat over there, front and center to all this crap is that carnival slut Jennifer, because that's exactly what she is. She's been following this moron around for years. And here's the kicker. She signed over custody of her kids because her ex-husband didn't want the kids around this piece of shit. So she agreed because he knew that he was a convicted kitty diddler. He didn't want his kids around that kind of stuff. So she signed over her kids to be with this piece of shit. What kind of mom does that? Really? You fucking serious? So here is the page in the link. And this goes down, and I'll start off first with this, okay? I think it's like the second paragraph in this. First, let's start with his name. His name is not Mark Connors. That's his stage name. And he changed it to avoid being connected to his conviction. His real name is Mark Raymond Cruz. I won't give his address or say where he's living or anything like that. Okay, and then he used his stepfather's name for a little while, which was Newland. So he went by Mark Newland for a little bit. But when he got busted for the diddling stuff, that name kind of got put into the shitter because that's what he was arrested under, the name of Mark Newland. So he dropped that, picked up Mark Connors, went through all this crap of, I'm related to Chuck Connors. No, you're not. No, you're not. And there's a video of that someplace too. And he was a no-name ranch hand at Cowboy Town. And no matter what he says, I've talked to the people there that used to own it, and I've talked to some of the ranch hands that were there. He didn't own anything. He didn't own the ranch. He didn't own a recording studio. He didn't own nothing. He was a simple ranch hand, and he managed to scam his way into getting these people to think that he could teach people to ride horses, which, okay, you put them on a saddle and tell them to go. That's probably how he did it, which is wrong, but that's what he'd do. So on down here, you can see this is the indictment that I do have up. There's a link there posted to Mark's indictment. And you're more than welcome to go down and scroll through and read. The name of his victim, who was 15 at the time, has been redacted out, so you can't see that. Just suffice it to say that he was 46 years old and she was 15. And she was supposedly working there, but I'm not going to scroll down too far because it gets into some rather nasty details as to, and this is the indictment. That means that this little girl had to go into a big ass courtroom and tell her story to a bunch of adults. And they came back with a 4-count indictment. And this little weasel managed to frickin' con his way down. Here, get over here and share this tab instead. He managed to con his way out of it and plea bargain out and plead down to one case, just one. And that is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. And he always talks about how he never spent any time in jail. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. He didn't spend any time in jail. Here's the deal that he made. This is a sweet fucking deal for that shit, let me tell you. Guilty. To statutory, convicted offense, statutory. He was a charged offense, was aggravated statutory. And then you go down here, and here's where they get over on the whole jail thing. His sins was 1 year in jail, but they gave him work release because he probably told them, "Oh, I'm out on tour and I can't. Can I get probation?" And he went out, and what did he do? He goes out to Arizona and goes to a children's place for like runaway kids and stuff. The kids that are most susceptible to con men like him. Now, he's got this, you see right, I don't know if you can see it or not. And again, the link is on that page. Court costs $1,342.50, which has never been paid. Mr. Rich Boy can't even pay his fucking court costs. And right here, says so right here. This case has been sent to our third-party collector, Harris & Harris Limited. Please contact 800-515-9720 for balance and payment inquiries. Gee, I wonder if they know where he's at. I do. A lot of other people out there do. Give him a call. Let him know where he's at so they can go out there and they can collect their $1,300. And then if you click here to inquire if this case is eligible for expungement, I'll click that and well, let's see what happens. Then let you guys see what happens. Expungement eligibility. A case has to be dismissed, NOLA, no true bill, not guilty, retired, no fee required. that doesn't cover yours, you can't even get an expungement, let alone the fact that you haven't paid the money. So what's up with that? So now jumping off of that, yes, and one of her sisters. So jumping off of that, hey, I got 3 viewers. Hi, Mark. Hi, Bob. How you doing? Know you're there. So we're going to jump off of that, and we're going to get over here to, if I can find it. There it is. There it is. You're going to jump over here to Jack Russell's Great White Story. This is this moron's freaking YouTube page where he's posting his trash. And here's his pages. Robbie Lochner brings in cyber gang stalkers. Cyber gang stalking is illegal at the federal level. Really prove somebody's being stalked, Mark. Can you do that? Show us some proof. You can't do that because it doesn't exist. I can by you posting dumbass fucking videos like that. Anyway, I scroll down to Jack Russell. Robbie Lochner is finally exposed. Man, Robbie's got so much shit on you, just like I do. I got tons of shit on you. You want to take me to court, motherfucker? Take me to court. But the funny part is, the really, really sad thing is this. When you go over to your own Facebook page, there was evidently, before it became an attack vehicle for you, the stupidest thing you do is you don't change. We can read you like a fucking book. So you didn't bother to change anything or remove anything. You just left it there and you just started posting shit. That's the amusing part. And why is that? Because you're claiming that Robbie did this and Robbie did that, and these people treated you like shit, and yada, yada, yada. But yet your own frickin' comments and your own pictures tell a completely different story. But we all know what you are. We know that you're a predator, that you wait until an opportune moment to pounce. You made a comment about Robbie, or showed something in one of your videos about Robbie being the snake in the grass. Well, who's the real snake in the grass? It's you. And why is that? Because, and by God, I'll bring it up and I'll show it, because there's, the shit is just fucking hilarious that I can go through this stuff and prove what I'm talking about. And you can't even freaking dig up one goddamn thing where you can prove anybody's stalking your sorry ass. Here it is right here. So we're going to go through some of these. Now, if you go back and you look at the years, this is even before Jack died. This is before he passed away. Blaze and Robbie just finished interviewing C.J. Snare, Bill Leverty, and Alan McKenzie of Firehouse. Look how happy these guys are. And here is here he is, Blaze. And there's the carnival slut. And these two are just a couple of I don't know, crackheads that he picked up from the small community where he lives at. Now, I'm not going to say where he lives at. We're just going to go through a few of these real quick and let you see how happy they are. And look right here, having a party. Oh, look, that's Robbie right next to Mark. Look at him smiling there. Really unhappy, aren't you? And there's a little Miss Crackhead and the carnival slut. Would you kid around with somebody that you're disliking? And Blaze, host of Rox TV. What's Rox TV? Where are the videos? Where the fuck are they at? Nobody knows because he never did anything. I'm gonna keep on going. There's Mark and Jack. Oh, there she is, and there's the other one, the little crackhead down there. Yeah, you guys look really unhappy in these pictures, like you're really having a bad time doing shit. I know some of these are doubled up because he freaking doubles up on some of his stuff. Yeah, you really lead a board. You guys look real. Look at it. I mean, look at that. Are you really unhappy there? No. No, because why? Because you're a freaking predator, man. You're waiting for the opportune time. And I'll get into the opportune time here. Because here dumbass is, and look at how smiling they are there. Okay, yeah, you're unhappy. So it kind of, it's kind of, I'm gonna get this off. Oh, I didn't even show those. Let me get back there and show them again. Because, yeah, Mark, he really looks unhappy in these pictures. Like, he's having a bad time. I can get to somewhere he's at. This is one of his meet and greet things that evidently one of them must have panned out. And there he is. Look at him. Another meet and greet. There's Jack. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'll get back to this one. I think it's going to jump and go back to this one. Did you know Sammy Hagar once co-hosted on Rox TV special with Blaze? Nobody's ever seen that. Ever. Anywhere. No place. Because it didn't happen. Because it never happened. Yeah, and Sammy probably does have his own show. You don't. You never had anything. You make up this shit. And then if you look at some of these pictures, you can tell that Mark, again, he blows his shit out of proportion because he's actually wearing a crew t-shirt. He wasn't anything special. He was just basically a stagehand. And they just ran around taking some pictures and stuff, trying to be something that they're not, that like they usually do. Let's talk about the Christmas for kids that, I can bring that up too. And there she is, another snake in the grass waiting to pounce, waiting to strike. And this is in Mr. Marky's travel whatever thing it is that he claims is a tour bus. It's a camper trailer. Camper, not camper trailer. It's a mobile home, motor home. Some shots of Jack. When you see Mark in these pictures on this page, he ain't unhappy. He waited, and here's what happened. You want to know what happened? I'll happily tell you what happened. Here's what happened. And it's kind of a case of it came back and beat him in the ass is what it is. Evidently, he was doing his usual bullshit stories, and someone's daughter overheard him. And said, hey, I think you should Google this guy. And it just so happened that this daughter was 14 years old. So this 14-year-old figured out what the fuck he was all about and told her dad about it. So her dad Googled it, and lo and behold, what was one of the first things that popped up? Mark hates this. Cruise control. That's right, Mark. Cruise control came up, and I already know what conversation took place. You got confronted with it, and you went so ballistic that you had spit coming out of your mouth. Admit it. But because of that, and the truth is posted on that page, that I can provide proof of for anything that's on there. You can't provide one shred of evidence, shred of proof, just like your buddy down there in South Texas. You have one friend, well, other than the crackhead, that he's sitting down there in South Texas waiting on his little buddy to help him out. You remember that. You had your little freaking kumbaya session down there in the garage. Yeah, we know what happened in the garage, don't we? A little bit of prison-type activities going on. And you guys became all buddy-buddy about that. But have you done anything to help him out? You went down there to talk to him, went to all that trouble to go all the way to the border of Texas. You remember the border of Texas. That's where you claim that we kidnapped you and held you over the Rio Grande, over a bunch of crocodiles, alligators, crocodiles, whatever they were, and threatened to dump you in, but yet we're not in prison, are we? Somebody did that to me, you bet your ass that they'd be fucking locked up. But what'd you do? Did you just let something like that slide? Really? Or is that just another one of your, I know what it was. It was just another one of your bullshit talking points. And you think you're going to expose me with what? I've got all the clips and everything about your sorry ass. How about showing my prison record? Did you mention that you were going to show, what was it been, 4, 5, 6 years ago? That you were going to show my prison record? Really? You never did because it doesn't exist. I've never been to prison. Your buddy down there in South Texas dug and dug and dug. You know what he found out? A bad check from like 1984. Ooh, that was gold, wasn't it? A bad check from 1984. That's right. Over-exaggerating about his stalkers got him shit-canned. Well, I don't think that by itself got him shit-canned, but when they got to looking into his background and checking stuff out, and they realized that he'd been bullshitting them the whole time. This is a case of he finally gets into a position where he gets a silver fucking spoon in his mouth. And I don't know what goes on in the little freaking pea-brain mind of his. And he fucks it up. Why did you do that? All you had to do was keep your mouth shut, and you could have gone on and being what's wrong with doing the merchandising for a band anyway? What's wrong with that? There's not a damn thing wrong with it. But no, you want to be the manager and the overseer for fucking everything, right? You have to blow everything out of proportion. You were not Jack's manager. Robbie was. You weren't. You know how many messages I've gotten because of this shit? Messages that I've gotten, that I've received I don't know how many messages other people, I'm sure other people have gotten a boatload of messages too. And the comments, the messages, not just met on my phone, I've gotten messages. On my phone, I've received messages. Messages on KK. And the thing about it is, I don't block people. I'll answer comments. I'll answer criticism. I'll answer whatever, because I'm not a chicken shit, and I'm not going to block people. Like you go over to that YouTube page that I showed. You don't allow comments because you're chicken shit. You're afraid of what people are going to say because you're a fucking liar. Everybody knows it. You keep proving it every time you do a fucking video or you speak out. Now, I just showed a wee little bit of proof. Keep posting them fucking videos and I'll put more up. Because I've got it. And it's the funny thing is 90% of what I have is shit you've done and said, posted a video about. Why do you think I saved that shit? Because you're an idiot. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if you're not sitting over there just chomping at the bit, getting ready to post something else. Was it going to be another one of your videos that you spend more time doing the video than you do actually looking into shit? And I tell you this, man, I tried to watch your video where you're sitting there eating breakfast. Nothing irritates me more than to have to sit and watch somebody fucking eat. I mean, unless you're a freaking food critic, which you're not. What's next? You're going to sit outside by a campfire and brag about menudo while you stick your toes in the... Oh, wait, you've already done that. That's right. Never mind. I'm sorry, I forgot. Dumbass. No, I'm not playing the Bob video. I'm going over Mark's shit. They want to watch the Bob video, they can go to KK. And I just realized that you're not even available for an expungement. That means, see, here's the thing. You can sit over there in your little freaking place and make up all the shit you want about me. You can post all the crap you want about me. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're a convicted felon, and I'm not. You can't own a firearm. You can't vote. I can. I voted already. As a matter of fact, yesterday, Tuesday. That's right. I can vote. You can't. I can. And I love that little comment at the end of Jeremy Finley. I don't know when you told him this, but that you made the deal so you could keep your voting and gun rights. No, once you've got a felony conviction, you lose that unless you get your record expunged. Do you want to come up, Mark? I know you're watching. If you'd like to just put a comment in there. You put a comment in there, you or Bob, either one, puts a comment in there. I'll post the link and you can come up. We can hash this out like two men. I know you won't, because you're a sleazy little fuck that hides under a rock. Who's your next target, you know? And what was that guy's name that you were trying to... Here's what you were trying to do before the Jack Russell thing came along. You had hooked up with a young man by the name of Ryan Upchurch, and you tried to suck off of his coattails, and it didn't work. And they found something better, so you just blew him off and went running off with Jack Russell's Great White, and did that thing. But even then, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Being a merchandise person wasn't good enough. You had to jump on and try to play Mr. Boss Man. You work up to that shit. You don't do it immediately. You don't know jack shit what you're doing anyway, bud. I installed computer shit for 30 years. You think I started immediately as a boss? No, I did every shit job going right off the bat to earn my way into it before I could put on there, hey, I command X number of dollars per hour. And that's what I put on my resume. I get this amount of money per hour with a guarantee of a minimum of 4 hours. If I walk in and shake somebody's hand, I got this amount of money for 4 hours, period. Anything over and above that, it kicked over and went to an hourly wage. That's how I got my contract. No, not like your fucking lies that you like to say. I never, ever did residential installations because they suck. Never did them. No, well, except for my own house, but other than that, no. You're right. He doesn't come on live. He's scared. He's a putz. And see, here's the thing. I'm not even going to waste much more time on this because, like I said, I've got so much more. That was what I showed you guys is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to know more, I'll be happy to put it out there. Mark posts another video. You can bet your ass I'll do another live. Eventually, I'm not going to jump right on there and do it because, frankly, Mark, you're just not worth the fucking time anymore. You've never been worth the time. I got you to shut up with a court order because you're too much of a pussy to show up in court. And you had to shut up for 2 years, right? I think it was 2 years. But this time, I'm not going to go get one of those because there's so many other people out there that would probably love to see a class action suit against you and your little cohort down there in fucking South Texas. I don't know. I have to wait and see what happens with that. So anyway, guys, coming up on an hour. I've had enough of Marky talk. If you got any questions, message me either on here, on YouTube, or through KK over on Facebook or whatever. I'll happily answer your questions. Anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching. And for you future viewers that are going to watch, hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you later. Thanks.